Groundbreaking new physics surrounding ancient pyramids. One, a huge number of pyramids on Earth. There are hundreds of pyramids already discovered around the planet. In Egypt, there are about 110 discovered. The video before this one, you'll see 300 in China, a lot of them camouflaged and hidden under planted trees to look like mounds and hills. In Egypt, 110. The studies suggesting that many more are still buried beneath the desert sands of Egypt. In Caral, Peru, South America, according to officials, the Caral Supe pyramids were built roughly at the same time as the Great Pyramids of Egypt. In Mesoamerica, there are hundreds scattered throughout today's Mexico. In China, as we said before, as many as 300 pyramids, many of which are partially or almost completely covered with earth and vegetation. In the Philippines, we've also called Chocolate Hills 1,776 strange pyramidal hills. There are voices suggesting that these may also be earth-covered pyramids. In Europe, we have the pyramid complex of Visoko in Bosnia, which was thought to be a small mountain until recently, and the ongoing excavations at Visoko will probably unearth the biggest pyramid on Earth. In Italy, buried pyramids recently been discovered, and in Greece we have so many pyramids. Now, many other hills around Europe are suspected to be earth-covered pyramids due to their steep slopes and pointed peaks. Sadly, the officials are not interested to unearth more pyramids because they would face even more challenging questions. According to the mainstream history, all of the Earth's pyramids had been built by quasi-Stone Age people thousands of years ago. Let's remember that this happened before the invention of the wheel or any sort of pulleys, and the alleged constructors had no advanced mathematics. Now, during the construction of the Great Pyramids of Egypt, for example, metallurgy was the peak advancement in technology, yet they were only able to engineer simple copper tools. They've had no means of quickly extracting the stones from quarries, no means of transporting them to the sites, no means of lifting the heavy blocks, no advanced mathematics which was needed, no advanced tools or machines, yet the pyramids are here. And one of the favorite questions of people to ask, why pyramids? And some have the opinion it's impossible for civilizations who were thousands of miles apart of each other to build the same kind of megalithic structures, pyramids. Our ancestors had no means of traveling vast distances, so it was impossible for them to borrow the pyramidal architecture from other cultures, and according to mainstream history, the pyramids were built to house the body of dead gods or demigods, pharaohs and kings, and mummified bodies of rulers have been discovered inside some of the pyramids around the planet. So this is another way, very interesting, common characteristic, not only that of the most prominent civilizations built these gigantic pyramidal structures, but they were all built for the same purpose. Without a common architect, this is simply impossible. It's suggested that the pyramids were built on a huge energetic vortex. We know that they were, most of them, and pyramids and temples, built on the nodes of the ley lines of the Earth's geomagnetic grid. And we know from various experiments that the pyramids are great accumulators of energy. More importantly, the pyramids have the property of beaming energy through their peaks. David Wilcock says this is groundbreaking new physics surrounding pyramids. He reanalyzed the Bosnian pyramids and other ancient monuments. His new physics theory of how they were built by altering matter is presented. There is a prevalence of ancient structures around the world aligned on the same grid, he says, citing such examples as the 1,776 pyramids on the Philippines' Chocolate Hills, the earthen mounds built by the mound builders in the United States, and the lost pyramids of Italy. Pyramids have also been discovered in China, but the government there, of course, has been secretive about them. There are anomalous and helpful benefits from pyramids, said Wilcock, noting that they have been associated with reducing radioactivity in Russia, where a pyramid was built. The arid land around the structure became more verdant, green that is, including the growth of ferns that were thought to be extinct. Pyramids' effects are connected to gravity, which is pushing down from the sky, he explained. Gravity is a river of energy flowing into the earth, and that energy can then be harnessed by building a funnel-like shape, causing gravity's fluid energy to swirl and create a vortex current, he said. As to the mystery of how some of the great pyramidal structures were built, Wilcox theorizes that a frequency and vibration technology was used to alter the stone blocks' molecular structure so they would become softer and lighter to move. He also addressed climate change happening in the solar system on such planets as Saturn, Venus, and Mars, as well as how the Maya may have been tracking in their calendars at times when astrophysical portals were opening. And this is by Alexander Light, by David Wilcox, books on Amazon. This is on Humans Be Free. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.